Hello everyone and welcome back. I know, it's been a while. I missed me too. But hey, we made it through No Video November. That's like a thing. One of those fake holidays, right? This just in.
Actually, that is not a thing. Studies have shown that people seeing your face are more actively turned off, making it more effective for you to have made more videos during this nut-wrenching insanity known as Spanksgiving. According to this chart that I found in a truck stop men's room, the more people see your face, the more they are actively turned off. I mean, shut down like a derelict Chuck E. Cheese. But, according to this chart, which I found at the bottom of a Wendy's trash can, your face went unseen in November and socks everywhere crusted over. Way to go, Fox. You let us all down. During No Nut November, a real nationally recognized holiday, you let us all down. But I suppose we can find more of that at 10. Back to you, Fox.
Thanks, Kevin. That was eye-opening. Anyway, speaking of large awkward polls popping up shamelessly, today we're going to talk about those odd monoliths that have been cited recently. As if 2020 hadn't penetrated enough of our lives as it is. The first part I want to touch on is something many of you have already firmly grasped. These are not real monoliths. By definition, a monolith is a large single upright block of stone, especially one shaped into a pillar or serving as a monument. So these random encounter slabs may not be the rock-hard columns that we're accustomed to. They are still unnatural rods thrusting their way into the skies, bringing joy to thousands of eager onlookers. And that's not nothing. They've definitely caught the attention of multiple media mentions. Maybe there's more to these than meets the eye. There have been more than a few of these to appear this year, and the first staggering shaft was said to have been erected somewhere between July and October 2016, but was not spotted until November 2020 by state biologists via helicopter. Just days after the news hit the media, the Bureau of Land Management, or the other BLM, reported that credible sources say it was tucked away and carted off in the middle of the night by an unknown party. By some mystery pole snatchers. Following this first report, a figurative battalion of bulging balusters were slapping the faces of front pages all across the globe, starting with one in Romania on November 26th. The perplexing pillar phenomenon populated further, with one found in the mountains of California on December 2nd, along with two more in separate locations in California. One in Pennsylvania on the 3rd of December, one in Germany on the 5th of December, one in both the Netherlands and the UK on the 6th, one in Canada and New Mexico on the 7th, one in Colombia, one in Belgium, and one in Spain, also found on the 8th, and two more in both Nevada and Texas, respectively. Neither of which were given exact dates beyond early December, which I find suspicious. That's right, since the first was found, a spree of unsolicited metal stick pics swept the globe, leaving many feeling confused, slightly violated, and intellectually aroused. Just a little bit. All of these odd monuments are of relatively similar size, so there is no need to bust out your rulers for a literal shtick measuring contest. I'm told there's a national average, and nobody should feel the need to compensate. The subject of intrigue regarding these poles is not the girth, but the origins of them. While some have proudly stepped up to claim ownership, there are some debates about the legitimacy of the claim. With the sleek and shiny stalks jutting so proudly from the earth, such testimonies are bound to arise. Some argue about the methods and materials used, while others argue about the height. As witnesses who have seen their share of large shafts will tell you, these are nothing special compared to some of the robust rods of the world. How did they get there? Many scratch their chins and proclaim in wonder. Some posit that without certain markings that would happen upon erecting them, the mystery is greater than some might imagine. Some say they could have been airdropped in. Assembling on site seems far less likely. But you and I both know who is behind these happenings. Aliens. In Arthur C. Clarke's book series, Space Odyssey, There are also monoliths who appeared suddenly and strangely, with little to no explanations at first. The unassuming structures were left behind to inspire technological advancements quicker than they had predicted. They say a lot of intelligent life gets squandered away and doesn't make it as far as it should. The beings that made them were merely hypothesized by humanity. Although these structures were immediately identified as non-human anomalies, the stories get much deeper, but I think we've all gathered the information needed to make the connection to our story today. Aliens. Well, that and the whole mystery of the monoliths thing. Only there are a lot more than 3 in real life. Real humans need a lot more poles than the fictional ones did. Clearly we do. Look at us. We are mouth-breathing morons, obsessed with making money rather than moving our species forward. All the metal magic in the world might not be enough to save us. But only time will tell, right? There's one huge correlation I don't think any of us missed here today. Friggin' aliens! Which, in case you've missed the memos, have been verified by declassified documents. It's been a slow leak, like prostate complications, so we haven't gotten profile pics of our galactic neighbors yet. But the truth is out there. So, maybe it was aliens, maybe it was magic, maybe it was several artisans, maybe it was an especially evolved boar who had mastered the arts of teleportation via radiation empowerment. Look it up. The hog problem is a real growing threat people are not taking seriously, and I'm not the only one to talk about it. Have you seen them lately? They're getting huge and smart, and reports say they remain unaffected in any real way by the growing radiation we face. And there are so many of them. And I'm being told we're getting too far into this tangent. Does nobody take this seriously? Anyway, keep your eyes to the skies, be on the lookout for more random structures, and remember, these are not the questions that I want answers to. These are your answers that I want you to question.